Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll continue on the ALX software engineering program with the project Vi. In this video we will try to understand what is Vi, how to use it, and what are the basic commands that we should know as beginners to start using Vi. And in the end of the video we will try to see some examples from the Vi project itself. Okay, so what is Vi? Vi is a text editor, or it is a command line text editor. A text editor is like a notepad or Visual Studio Code or anything we use to write text, edit it, open files, open text files and save text files, etc. So for example, if we open Notepad, this is a text editor. We can write text, delete, and at the end we can save the file and we can open a new file. But what is the difference between the two? In the command line we can use Vi, but we cannot use Notepad or for example Visual Studio Code from the command line. So Vi is a command line text editor. We can directly from the command line from the shell we can use it and start editing files. I will give an example. If we go to this command line here and we create a new file named, for example, a test, and we use Vi to open it, we can, in the command line, we can start editing the file. You can type anything. Okay? So now we know what is Vi and what is the purpose of it. So we use it to edit files or to edit the content of files. We will see here that Vi is the default editor that comes with the Unix operating system. So all the operating systems or all the Unix operating systems like Ubuntu or all the Linux distributions comes with the Vi installed. Vi have two modes. One is the command mode and the second one is insert mode. In the command mode we can do some operations or something to the file. We can copy it, paste, delete and save the file, open a new file, anything like this. This is the command mode. In the insert mode we edit the content of the file. We start editing inside our file. Okay, so going through the basic commands, we will start with the first one, which is to open a file and start using Vi. The command for this is Vi followed by the file name. For example, if we have a file named alx, we can use Vi alx to open it or to start editing that file. I will give an example. In my terminal here, I will create a file named alx and I will open it using Vi alx. So here we are in the Vi text editor editing the file named alx. But now we are in the command mode, because if we want to type, you can see it is typing here. It is not typing inside our file. It is typing here. This is the command mode. Our command will go here. If we type anything, it will type here. Okay, now to switch between modes, we have here insert mode. In the insert mode, we have all these commands: I lowercase, I uppercase, A lowercase, A uppercase, O lowercase, and O uppercase. So we have 6 letters to enter insert mode. Each one will start editing in a different position in our file. So I lowercase will start inserting text before the cursor, and uppercase will start editing at the beginning of the current line. A lowercase will append text after the cursor, and uppercase A will append text to the end of the current line. We will see this in an example. So to enter insert mode, we type one of these commands here. Now I will type this I. In my terminal, I will type See here, it changed to insert. Now we are in insert mode. Now we can type in our file. But if we want to switch back to the command mode, we can hit the escape key. If we hit the escape key, notice here it will change. Now we are in the command mode. Just to move around in our file, we can use the arrow keys left, right, up and down to move the cursor. So this one is our cursor. When they say here insert text before the cursor, if we have the cursor here, for example in the letter W, and we type lowercase I, it will start typing before the cursor. So we will try it. We will hit I. Now we are in insert mode, and if we type another thing here, it is typing before the cursor. Okay, but if we are in the letter W and we use the uppercase I, it will start. We are in insert mode, and it will start in the beginning of the line. This one. It will start typing at the beginning of the current line. Okay? If we use A lowercase, it will start after the cursor. Let's see here. If we go to letter W and type A lowercase, notice we start typing after the cursor. The cursor was here, and when we started and when we entered the insert mode, the cursor moved here, and if we type, it will start typing after the letter W. And we hit the escape key in our keyboard to go back to the command mode. Okay? And we have the I or A uppercase to append text to the end of the current line. If we go here, we are in the command mode, and type uppercase A, the cursor will move to the end of the file, and we can start typing. So insert mode, we can start at different positions in our file. To move around in our document, for example, I will type another hello and another hello. To move around, we can use our arrow keys or the letters H, if we are in the command mode, we can use the letter H, G, K, and L. Here, moving around, we can use G, or K, or H, or L, or the arrow keys, up, down, left, and right. Okay. Now, if we want to save our file, because now we are editing, but it is still not saved. If we want to save our file, we can use the command. It is here, saving and reading files. So read means read a file with the name, with the given name. If we want to save, we can use the write command. So write current content of the file and we can use, for example, here, and it is precedented with, notice here, a colon here. So this colon should be typed, then the letter W. If we go to our terminal, notice here, I will start typing in this area a colon and W. Then hit enter. It says here, written. If we want to quit the Vi editor, we can use here. We have 4 commands. The first one is :X. It is quit with writing. It is the same as this one, WQ. It is quit Vi, writing out modified file. So these two is to quit and save at the same time. Now, to just quit, we'll use the letter Q, precedented with a colon. We'll go here, and in the command mode, just to make sure you are in the command mode, just see here, if there is an insert, you are in insert mode. For example, now you are in insert mode. To go back to the command mode, hit the escape key on the keyboard, and we will type a colon Q. This will quit the Vim editor, and we will go back to our terminal. If we type more alx, we will see the content is saved in this file. Okay. Let's say we want to delete some lines in our file without going directly and editing. So if we go back to Vim Vi alx, and let's say we want to delete this line here. What we can do with in the command mode, with our cursor in the line which we want to delete, and we will type D, this one, delete in a file, a D will delete the entire current line. These commands are in command mode, not in editing mode or in insert mode. So we type D, it will delete the file. But the deleted file is kept in our history. We can paste it. So delete is like cut. So it is still available if we want to paste it. If we want to paste content, we can use here, cutting and pasting, we can use the letter P. It means put or paste. It will insert it to the text after the current line. Notice here, after the current line. Now if we go back to our editor and type P, it will paste it after this line. If we type double D, it will delete it. If we go back to the tab here and we type P, it will insert after the current line. The current line was hello world, and it pasted after it what we deleted. Okay, now let's say we want to undo these changes. We want to go back. So to go back, you can use the letter U. Where is it? Here. To undo changes, here. To undo changes, you can use the letter U. If we go back to the command mode and we type the letter U, it will go back. It's like undoing changes till it says already at the oldest change. This means we have gone back to the maximum history we have. Okay, now let's see other commands. If we want to quit and save the file at the same time, we can use these commands, either a colon X or a colon right Q. They do the same job. For example, let's say we will go to insert mode and type here, for example, 1, 2, 3, and we'll hit the escape key to go back to command mode, and we want to save and quit at the same time. So we will type W colon X. This will quit and save at the same time. If we type AX here, we can see it saved our file. More commands are here in the link given in the ALX project, explaining all the different commands we can use. Now in the ALX project, we have some tasks. The first task is to create a new directory named ox03y. This one you can just use what we learned in the shell navigation course and create this directory in your sandbox. So in this sandbox, you will go to the root directory by typing cd. It will go to the root directory. Then you will create a directory named ox03y. That's it. In the second task, they are asking what is the command to insert text before the cursor and to write this answer in a file named inserting inside the created directory. So to do that, we will go inside the directory we created and then we will create a new file named inserting. So we will create this new file named inserting, and inside this file we will use the answer for this question: what is the command to insert text before the cursor? Now we have seen that we have 6 commands to enter insert mode. We have I lowercase, I uppercase, and so on. Each one have a specific place to start editing. The first one is to insert text before the cursor. This one, insert text at the beginning of the current line, and so on. Now to enter or to insert text before the cursor, we use the letter I. So inside our file, this inserting file, we can use while inserting and go inside to the inside the insert mode here and type the letter I. Then hit the escape key, then colon X to quit and save the file. If we type more inserting, you should see this is the answer to this question. Okay, now the next one is cutting. They are saying what is the command to delete and cut the current line. So deleting and cutting are the same in while. We have seen it here. To delete a text or to cut a text, we have so many different commands. We have X to delete a single character. We have NX, it's a number. This N means a number. For example, 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X, 10X. We can use any number. So we'll delete N characters. For example, we can delete 2 characters, 3 characters, and so on. And DW, it is to delete a word. Delete the single word beginning with the character under the cursor, and so on. But now they are asking what is the command to delete the current line. So to delete the current line, we have seen that we can use double D. Now we should put the answer to this question in a file named cutting. So we will create a new file named cutting, and then we will start editing it. We will go into the insert mode with the letter I and type double D. Then hit the escape key to go back to command mode. Then a colon X. If we see inside the file, we can see we have successfully saved the answer inside this file named cutting. Now they're asking what is the pasting, or what is the command to paste the line in the buffer into the text after the current line. In the buffer, it means it is in the clipboard. Like when you do copy to a text, it is in your clipboard. You can paste it anywhere you want. So what is the command line to paste text? Here there is cutting and pasting. To paste text, you use the letter P. The letter P means paste. So double D means delete or cut, and P means delete. To copy, you can use double Y. Double Y, it will copy the current line into the buffer. The buffer is like the clipboard. So, and put this answer in a pasting file. So we will create a pasting file and we'll start editing it. We'll go to the insert mode and type the letter P. To demonstrate this one, example, we'll type here hello world and another hello. So if we type we will go back to the command mode first, hitting the escape key. Then if we type double D, it will delete. If we type P, it will paste. If we type double Y, it will copy. If we type paste, it will paste another one. It is copied. If we type double D, it will delete the current line. Okay, so we will delete everything and we type the letter P. Sorry, we will delete and hit the escape key type I to go into the insert mode, and type the letter P, which is the answer to the question. Then hit again the escape key to go back to command mode, and a colon X to quit and save the file. And so on for the other tasks. For undoing, we have seen it. You can use the letter U. So they are asking to put the answer inside a file named undoing. So we will create this file and start editing it. We will type letter I to go to insert mode, and then the letter U, which is the answer to our question, and hit the escape key to go back to command mode, and type colon X to quit and save. If we see the content, we have the letter U, which is for undoing whatever changes we have did. Okay, now they're asking for exiting. So what is the command to quit while even though latest changes have not been saved for this vehicle? What does it mean? It is mean quit without saving. So if we go back to the exit while, we have four commands here. X and WQ are used to quit and save. The letter Q is used to quit. But if we have made some changes and typed quit without saving, it will give an error. For example, if we go back to undoing, for example, and go to the insert mode and start typing anything, and hit the escape key, and now type it colon Q to quit, it will say no write since last change. That means we have some changes that we didn't save. Add this exclamation point to override, which is this one, a colon Q and exclamation point is quit while even though latest changes have not been saved for this vehicle. Okay, so you can use a colon Q followed by exclamation point, which will quit without saving. If we see the content of this file, it is unchanged, so those changes weren't saved in this file. Now in the sixth one, they are asking what is the command to move the cursor to the start of the current line. So this is about moving the cursor. So to move the cursor to the beginning of the line, we have some commands here. Moving the cursor. We have said that we can use the arrow keys or the letter G, A, K, H, L to move around, left, right, up and down. But we have some special letters here to go to a specified location. For example, the number 0 will move the cursor to the start of the current line. And the $sign will move the cursor to the end of the current line. The letter W will move the cursor to the beginning of the next word, and so on. Now they are asking for what is the command to move the cursor to the start of the current line. So move the cursor to the start of the line is the letter 0. And we will put the answer inside a file named beginning of the line. First we will create this file. Then we will open it. Here we can go to the insert mode by the letter I, then type the number 0 and hit escape to go back to the command mode, then colon X to save and quit. Okay, next one is end of the line. What is the command to move the cursor to the end of the line? And we should put the answer in a file named end of line. So we will create this file and edit it with var. So we'll hit the letter I to enter insert mode, and then here move the cursor to the end of the current line. You can use the dollar sign. So here we will type the dollar sign and hit escape key, then a colon X to save and quit. If we see the content, we have the dollar sign here. So that's it for this video. I hope it helped you in your journey to learn, and thank you for watching.